Radar is one of the most important tools in a meteorologist's tool belt, but it's also one of the most complex. Crucial for tracking tornadoes, hurricanes, or just plain rain, radar is the only way we can see inside a storm. How it does that in this week's Moment of Science. Have you ever found yourself in the middle of a large room and felt inclined to just listen to that echo? The reverberations that you just heard and are continuing to hear are sound waves bouncing off of these walls and coming back towards me, the source of the sound. Radar works on the same principle but replaces sound waves for high-frequency radio waves. Let me explain. Radar sees objects by sending out blasts of radio waves and listens for that return echo as some of those radio waves gets bounced back after hitting an object. By timing how long it takes for that echo to return, radar can determine how far an object is from the radar site, just like how you could guess how deep a hole is by yelling and waiting for the echo, or a bat using echolocation to avoid obstacles in flight. But determining the location of something is just one aspect of what radar can do. By studying the amount of radio energy that returns, called reflectivity, a radar operator could determine the size, shape, number, and material of an object. Take our weather radar, for example. A trained meteorologist can look at a map of reflectivities and determine whether it's rain or snow, how much is falling, and whether or not there's hail inside of a storm just based on colors alone. Special form of radar, which both meteorologists and law enforcement use, can determine the speed of an object as well through the Doppler effect. This is incredibly important as it allows us to see rotation inside of a storm and possible tornadic activity. Explaining how that works is a story for another time. There are limits and downfalls to what radar can do based on physics and technology. One big one is that radar cannot see clouds, as the water droplets that make up clouds are simply too small. But by utilizing radio waves, we have a tool to detect and study objects well outside of what our vision allows. For meteorologists like myself, it's an unprecedented real-time view through the clouds and inside of a storm. For the military, it's an early warning system. For astronomers, it's a way to monitor asteroids on a possible collision course with Earth. And for some local scientists, it's a new way to track migrating bird populations. That story is coming up next week.